as we continue our live coverage of the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, we will witness the battle of two teams, one having the chance to grab a share of second spot in the North Division standings, while the other would want to bounce back from a big loss. Our game at hand is between the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith going head-to-head against the Rizal Switch Fiber for the 14 and under division. Kakatapos lang natin with the 16 and under game a while ago for the 18 and under a while ago. And Coach Melo, that 16 and under division was, would you say it was able to top the 18 and under division game that we opened this afternoon slate?
Well, definitely, akala natin yung 18 and under division natin is the most exciting ball game for today, but the 16 and under proved us otherwise. And ito namang 14 under division, also a promising game dahil nga this is a team who wants to prove dominance and the other one wanting to regain their confidence.
Now we start off with the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith. They are currently 2-1 and they are led by guys like Gab Castro that you see on your screens right now.
Yes, Gab Castro is averaging 18.3 points per game, 15.3 rebounds, 3 blocks. And his partner, Dustin Bathan, 14.7 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, and 6 steals per ball game. Ito nga kanilang kupunan, the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith is coming off back-to-back wins. And ang pinaka-recent was their convincing 68-44 win against Malabon last July 22. In that game, they started strong. In that first quarter, they limited their opponent to just 2 points, and they just never looked back. Played excellent basketball all throughout.
Well, they're up against the Rizal Switch Fiber, who are currently 1-3 and currently 6th place in the standing. They're coming off from a big loss. Who can we expect here from Rizal to step up?
Well, itong Rizal Switch Fiber, they will heavily rely on Sean Arada, who is averaging 5.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, 1.8 assists and 2.5 steals. And yung kanyang partner na si Nick Peña will also be crucial because he is averaging 11.3 points, 7.8 rebounds and 1.8 assists. In their last game against their opponent, Antipolo NYBL, 86-59 ang naging resulta ng ball game na yon. And in that game, their offense proved to be the biggest problem as they were limited to 24 out of 60 field goal shooting.
Well, it's another case of a top team going up against a team that's in the bottom of the standings right now. But who knows, it's a game of basketball, anything can happen. But before we begin this game, let me turn you over to Flo Del Agua for her report. Flo, go ahead.
Parehas na nagsisikap ang Rizal Switch Fiber at Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith na makapasok sa top 5 rankings ng 14 under division. But before that, good evening Nico and Melo and to all of our viewers. Pinaunlakan sa akin ni Sean Arada ng Rizal ang naging problema nila last game at ito ay ang paglamon sa kaba at pressure sa kanyang teammates dahil nasa home court at pinaliligiran daw sila ng Antipolo fans. Para naman kay Gab Castro ng Mandaluyong, nag-excel siya sa points, rebounds and also blocks against Malabon dahil ika niya, I get my confidence from my teammates. This is our last game for the day, live here at Montano Hall, Cavite, and here is our venue announcer to introduce the teams.
Gentlemen, welcome to Montano Hall, Cavite City. First, we would like to thank Atlantis 88, the sponsor of Manny Pacquiao Jr.'s MPBL inaugural season. And now, it's time for the main event tonight, the 14 under of Junior MPBL. It's your Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith versus Rizal Switch Fiber. Introducing first the starting five of Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith, 14 under. He's playing center, number 29, Gabby Castillo. Playing forward, number 1, Calvin Ellie. His guard, number 11, Dustin Baton. Playing guard number 18, Adrian Almonicar. At guard number 22, Kyle Concepcion. The head coach of Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith 14 under, Coach Michael Pere. Assistant Coach Jay Cruz, Mark Herrera, and Cocoy Reyes. And now, let's meet the Rizal Switch Fiber 14 under. Starting five, he's playing guard number 4, Jacob Tandilia. He's Playing forward, number 23, Nick Peña. At center, number 5, Kurt Paulino. His shooting guard, number 8, Kawi Kalasha. At guard number 11, Sean Arada. The head coach of Rizal Switch Fiber 14 Under, Coach Anthony Urbano. Assistant Coach Elmer Balahaja. Games official, Cruise Chief, Reverie Bon Rancho, John Mahinay, and Karinan Dionisio. This is the Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
This is the final game of their afternoon slate of games here in the Junior MPBL, presented by Atlantis 88, with the 14 under division capping off some incredible, exciting finishes that we had a while ago. Nico Rocha here, Coach Melo Navarro, Flo De Agua, your courtside reporter. And let me just share with you the starting five for both teams. For Mandaluyong, it's Eli, Batan, Almonicar, Concepcion, and Castro. While for Rizal Switch Fiber, headed by Tendilla, Paulino, Celosia, Arada, and Peña. And Coach, ano bang abangan natin for Mandaluyong and Rizal heading into this matchup, especially for those na hindi tayo naabangan ng pregame?
Well, for Mandaluyong, they're trying to show dominance dito sa ating ball game because they are now at 2-1 and gusto pa nilang to further separate themselves from the pack. And itong Mandaluyong is a great rebounding team in their last game. They won 61-32 dito sa rebound, so that's almost 50%.
Wild dun, 61-32.
No, and one good thing about them also is they share that basketball, having 15 assists per ball game. And they also force their opponents to an average of 25 turnovers a ball game. Para naman sa panig ng Rizal Switch Fiber, they are trying to bounce back and recover from the tough losses that they had. And one key for them to be able to do that is number 1, kailangan nilang malalabanan sa rebounding itong kanilang kalabang, which is Mandaluyong, dahil nga it has been a problem for them. 46-36 ang naging last rebounding battle nila to their disadvantage. And also, they need to take care of that basketball because they commit 32 turnovers a ball game.
Yun na yung ating sitwasyon para sa dalawang koponan dito sa loob ng Montano Hall in Cavite City. 3-0 para ngayon sa Mandaluyong and air ball on the second one. Nakakatawa talaga itong ating yung sound effects para sa free throws whenever you miss one. Parang konting pandiinan no? Steal by Batan once more para sa Mandaluyong. This is the dream start that they want and this is what you expect from a top team like them.
Oh, most definitely. Itong Mandaluyong, talagang they want to start strong. And in their last ball game, limiting their opponent to just 2 points in the first quarter. And that's such a huge mountain to climb, no, if you're facing this Mandaluyong team. Kaya naman, itong Rizal right now, ayaw nila na maulit yung ganong sitwasyon.
Grabe yung limiting the team to, what do you call this, to 2 points in the first quarter. 7 minutes and 45. Trying to cross the ball. Able to cross it safely. Oh, munti ka na. They give it to the big man with a spin move. The ball just rolling over because it was too strong. Balik sa Rizal Switch Fiber ang bola after that possession by Mandaluyong. Seven minutes and 25. Oh, I think, did they switch the ball?
Oo, medyo madulas na yata. But as we take a look at this, no, si Gab Castro, that's jersey number 29 for the guys in white. Talagang angat na angat dito sa kanyang mga counterparts.
3-point shot para sa Rizal, a bit rushed there. Good thing they were able to get the offensive board. Another clean stop for Mandaluyong. You gotta love their activity on defense here. Once more, at the paint, they kick it out. That was Castro a while ago. Gab Castro, one of the key guys we mentioned to you people watching on Facebook, YouTube, and watching on Channel 19 on Signal TV.
So that's another turnover para dito sa Rizal Switch Fiber. That's one thing they don't want to see early on in this ball game dahil gusto mo nga makakuha rin ng good start at hindi ka maiwan early on by this Mandaluyong team.
So far, lumalaban naman dito ang Rizal, but there's a bit of hesitancy when letting go of their shots from 3. Off to the left. And still, itong Rizal starting 0-5, Coach Melo. Parang frustration pa. Again, Sir J.R. Navarro, the leadership of making the Junior MPBL by Manny Pacquiao possible. Usually kasama niya si Comkit pero wala ngayon dito si Comkit Picasso. So si Sir JR muna ang ating bibigyan ng spotlight. What a spin move para sa Mandaluyong once again. That is number 11. That is Dustin Batan. 14.7 points, 10 rebounds a game. And you gotta love guards that rebound. Once more, no one dared to contest that layup. Number 18 this time, Adrian Almonicar.
This is a strong start once again for Mandaluyong, 9-0, and ang Rizal Switch Fiber has already seen enough. They are calling this timeout.
Ligan ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok, Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Ligan ng bayan na to.
Once again, these are a few of the highlights for Mandaluyong as they were able to jumpstart a 9-0 run to kick off the first quarter with Rizal Switch Fiber not knowing what hit them. And still, they keep on the pressure here with Rizal and able to cross the ball properly.
Most of those layups were uncontested para dito sa Mandaluyong. So, a cause of concern on the side of Rizal Switch Fiber. And I'm sure in that timeout, talagang nag-adjust itong kanilang coaching staff.
Another drive here for Rizal Switch Fiber, their first time to go to the line. Hopefully, this could be the one that ends their drought in the scoring department. 0 points with 5 minutes and 4 seconds have passed.
Well, one of the main adjustments na ginawa nga nila dito is to not settle for those low percentage shots. As we see on that last sequence, inatake talaga nila itong depensa ng Mandaluyong at nakakuha nga sila doon ng foul.
Finally, the first point. Courtesy of Arada. Let's see if he can make it 2 after this trip. 2 for 2 at the line. Let's get this first to Flo for a report. Go ahead, Flo.
Tinanong ko si Rizal head coach Anthony Urbano about their poor steal stats last game at inamin niya na press break ang naging problema nila kaya nahirapan ng players gumawa ng puntos. Luckily, na-polish nila ito last training and we can expect less dribbling and faster passing from the Rizal players. Para naman sa kanilang lamang sa 3 points made and attempts against Antipolo, binanggit niya na kumpiyansa ang kanyang players kaya't kung sino ang open ay susubok panigurado. Your thoughts on the team, Nico and Melo?
Thank you for that, Flo. Once again for the reports that you bring to us here on the coverage. The press break, a common theme that's been discussed the whole day. No, Coach Melo, bakit ba? What do you mean by press break for those who are unfamiliar with the term?
Well, press break, first of that has been a problem of most of the teams dito nga sa Junior MPBL dahil most of the defensive schemes ng mga teams din full court pressure. So press break is simply your strategy on how to break that full court defense of your opponent. And so far, dito sa Junior MPBL, we've seen teams who try to break the press with the dribble. Pero the most successful way to do it is to make short, advanced passes para ma-release at mawala yung pressure ng kalaban.
Ganun pala, at least the simplest way to explain how to do a press break. Of course, pero may ano pa yan, yung intricacies of where you should stand, saan ka dapat papwesto, where should the big man be, when it comes to breaking the press. Kasi that's a 5-man team effort when it comes to things like that.
Well, that's the beauty of the game right now, no? Kasi even the big guys are able to put the ball on the floor. So, it has changed the dynamics of that press break a lot. Dahil before, ang involved lang dyan is the point guard, the shooting guard, and the small forward. But right now, you could already involve your 4 and 5 guy in breaking that pressure.
Another 3 by Almonicar. He now has 2 3-pointers here in the first quarter alone, and the lead is ballooned to 13. Ganda ng pitik doon ni Almonicar. Second straight for him. The other one at the other side of the court a while ago.
Well, he has the ball once again, and we love this music.
Bagay yung music dito sa action na nakita natin.
Was that a Ghost Fighter music?
Parang Ghost Fighter music nga eh, no?
It was such a huge part of my childhood.
15-2 with Almonicar.
Look at that backspin on that basketball. Really high percentage para dito kay Almonicar. Already has 2. Kakapasok lang niya, nagparamdam agad ng kanyang impact dito sa ball game.
Kita mo, ready siya eh. Well, 3 team fouls for Rizal, 2 for Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith. And at the line for Mandaluyong as they want to increase this lead even further and not look back. That is Batan. Is this a technical? There's a technical spin
another
called.
big blow para dito sa Rizal. A technical foul has been called for, again, improper wearing of uniform.
Yeah. Something that you have to avoid. Again, if you're a player here, remember to tuck in your jersey.
And with most of the teams has already played 3 games already.
3
dito
to
sa ating
4.
tournament. So that's something na dapat medyo sanay na ang ating mga players because hindi mababaw yung penalty for doing that. That's a free throw for your opponent.
Tapos may 2 free throws pa nakasama dahil dun sa foul kanina. So things like this can swing the momentum and even, add to the tide that Mandaluyong is currently in, or whoever team has the lead. Once more, Mandaluyong with a steal. That's a risky pass. I don't know why he did that. It's like 2 guys in between. The sidestep, no good. Here they come, Mandaluyong. Choosing to attack the lane. There was an open teammate on the right side of the corner. Yun kasi medyo may konting giggle, if I must say, Coach Melo.
So the last 2 transition attack of this Mandaluyong team, medyo poor spacing on their end. That's unusual for them because they normally make the right decisions in the open court, but that works to the advantage of Rizal. They really need to exploit itong dalawang situations na nangyari.
18-2. Wala pang field goal. Ayun na nga, saktong-sakto pagkasabi ko wala pang field goal. It's like the universe is listening to us. Let's see what happened there. There's a stoppage on the floor. Waiting for a verdict here. Still a bit unclear why they called a official's timeout. But rest assured that they were able to... Okay. So I think they're trying to clarify here about a player not being on the roster dito sa, at least sa ating FIBA live stats. I mean, he's on the roster pero hindi ata na encode. So just take a bit of time here. They need to work that out on what the verdict will be. Not sure if that would warrant a free throw or anything. But yun lang. We try to look for it on our list as well, and parang wala nga dun. So ito, sponsored sila ba at Antonios? Pero parang ibang Antonios ata yung sponsor na yun. No?
Yan. Yung alam nating Antonios,
yung kainan.
Yung date place.
Yung date place. Yung Antonios ay ibang logo eh. Sabi ko, parang hindi naman spoon. But ayun nga no guys, what we're trying to clarify here is the player who shot the ball a while ago needs to be encoded sa FIBA live stats natin. Since that needs to be recorded dito sa play-by-play. Trying to see. Alright, it says back to the ball game, but kailangan mo na ng substitution dito to replace the player. Oh, look, I think that is Corpus, but Corpus is not even here on the on our lineups right now. So yun yung point ng stoppage that you see on your screens. Again, the coaching staff of the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith on their final leg, powering everything through. Maganda dito no, sa Mandaluyong. They are the same people that you see from the 18 and under down to the 14. So you can sense na, not sense, you can see that the development will be linear.
Ang importante doon is the continuity of the program.
Yeah, the part here is the continuity of the program. Alright, so we're not supposed to resume here for now since yun nga, no, kailan pa i-encode eh. Hindi pa tapos, hinihingi nila yung details ni Corpus. And ayun, so yun yung current situation natin right now. But still, Coach, before that, no, what happened to Mandaluyong? How did they do this? What was the story of the 18-4 run that you see right now?
Well, ito nga Mandaluyong. Just a good start for them. 46% from the field, 6 out of 13, and most of that were scored in the paint and off turnovers. Kaya naman itong ang sa side of Rizal, we talked about their during the pregame na kailangan talaga nila to take care of that basketball because itong Mandaluyong are great finishers in the open court and they cannot afford to give them a lot of looks in that department.
Ayun na nga po, no? We resume with our play here inside the Montano Hall in Cavite City. Tawagan ng traveling dito ang sa mga players sa Mandaluyong. Play resumes, 1 minute and 25 remaining here in the first quarter.
And that was some sort of a double black eye para dito kay Nathaniel Mabaya dahil after that turnover, natamaan pa siya.
Natamaan pa siya. And sometimes di mo maiwasan yung mga ganun eh. Pull up three once more. That is number 9. Mabayad for Mandaluyong. Kakapasok niya lang. And that's how he opens this quarter with a 3.
And what a way to recover from that traveling violation. Ano, sinagot agad nitong si Nathaniel with that 3-pointer. It was slightly contested but it was not enough to bother itong si Nathaniel.
And Nathaniel, shoot first mentality, not being phased after getting hit a while ago. Bang, bang.
Yan yung gusto natin sa player. Habang tinatamaan, eh lalong tumatapang at gumagaling.
Oo, agree there. Lalong tumatapang, lalong gumagaling. 21-4 with Mandaluyong just being the comfortable spot. And this is a scenario that they're really, familiar with. They know how to start off really well. Attempt by Rizal. And coach, 1 for 14 para sa ating Rizal switch fiber.
Woo! It's not that they're not able to get those attempts. It's just that sa sobrang full court pressure no, na binibigay nitong Mandaluyong, pag naitawid nila, nagmamadali na sila with their shots.
How can you blame them, right? They're really aggressive. And the fact that they play honest defense, yun yung mahirap kalabanin eh. Kapag yung bantay mo, really disciplined, they're not playing with their hands, playing with their feet, and waiting for the right moment to strike.
Ito na nga, that's the perfect moment to strike. Nakakuha ng isa pang steal. But Rizal, getting that recovery on defense na force nila to a traveling violation itong Mandaluyong.
Trying to bother Ferios, who almost got trapped in the baseline. Give this to his big. Had to do a spin move to get out of that defense. A kick to the left corner. 3. It's good. Finally, a 3-pointer made for Rizal. They're now 2 for 16. Make that 5 or 17 now. Great. 3. But what a way to end the first quarter, right? It looked bleak. But if you end with a 5-0 run in a matter of seconds, and I think kaya to. This is what you can build upon entering the second quarter.
Well, itong Mandaluyong started really strong, holding off Rizal to just 2 points, but they came alive towards the end. This is a 23-9 lead.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo.
A look here at inside the Montano Hall Gymnasium with Mandaluyong up 23-9 right now. Comfortable lead. What happened in the first quarter, Coach? What did Mandaluyong do right? What can Rizal do in order to catch up?
Well, Mandaluyong 14 team just doing their usual stuff, starting strong, scoring from all departments, and trying to take care of their business. But towards the end nga of the first quarter, itong Rizal Switch Fiber showing some signs of life courtesy of that 5-0 run. And one of the challenges they face really is that press break. We've been talking about that since the pregame, so that's one of the adjustments they need to make dito sa ating second quarter. And if they're able to easily break that trap and score quick buckets off of it, mag-iibang storya ng ating ball game.
Okay, there, Coach Melo. And some of the fans watching inside here. And kahit umuulan, they are here supporting. 23-9, missed technical free throw para sa Rizal Switch Fiber. And so far, medyo nabuhay sila dun sa last minute, di ba? Good pass. There you go, Gab Castro.
You just gotta love the ball movement nitong Mandaluyong. Talagang hinanap nila yung kanilang rim runner that time, and they were able to score off of that.
Shots good, but too strong. Gab Castro with another board, and Castro with 5 rebounds now.
Oh, I just have to say this, dun sa ating rebounding battle, for any guy in red, itong si Gab Castro is just too much.
Very.
With the length that he has in this department, in this division, talagang mahihirapan yung mga kalaban niya to match up with him. So kailangan dito 2 guys to box him out.
Considering Gab Castro is towering over everybody right now.
Yeah, and that's the reason why he's averaging 15.3 rebounds per ball game.
With 18.3 to boot it off. I'm not even sure kung ilang blocks pa. I won't be shocked if it's more than 2.
Well, he's averaging 3 blocks per ball game.
3 blocks per ball game.
And look at him being that wiper in their full court pressure. So talagang that's a testament, number 1, to the conditioning nitong si Gab Castro. He's the one battling for those rebounds, and siya rin ang ulo nung kanilang diamond trap. And also carrying the scoring load for his team. So ganon ka-valuable itong si Gab Castro for this Mandaluyong team. And if you're Rizal, you might want to intentionally attack him in your offense. Hopefully makakuha ng quick fouls sa kanya.
Okay yung term na yun, diamond trap. Dami parang variations yung mga trap na yan, Coach Melo.
There are a lot of formations that you could do. It could be a zone trap, it could be a man-to-man trap. So a lot of technicalities and intricacies. And that's where the coaching comes in.
Yan ay coaching. And knowing how to execute the trap and how to break the trap if you are the one being targeted with that one.
And it's also a matter of knowing your personnel. Kung kaya ba nila execute yung the defensive system that you have in mind.
See here. Nag-celebrate sila for a while, then nahiya na after that. To inbound here is Mandaluyong, still up by 18. Make that 20 now after that shot. And they're dominating here. Grabe rin kasi attention at Gab Castro. I guess that's why it's opening. The shots are opening up for his teammates. Parang gravity rin siya, no? attracting most of the players of Rizal.
Itong si Ferios got fouled on that last attack. And you love the show of sportsmanship mula dito kay Lloyd Calvin Ellie. As soon as he knew na hard yung contact, tumumba yung kanyang bantay. Immediately acknowledging the foul and picking up his opponent. So that's one of the values that we teach here dito sa Junior MPBL.
Yeah.
That although magkalaban kayo, technically, you're from different teams, but basketball is still a brotherhood.
Sportsmanship pa rin at the end of the day, di ba? Too strong, rebounded by Gab Castro. Look at him protect that ball. Siguro for sure sa mga camps din, you have to learn how to protect the ball. And when to bring it down. Another drive by Mandaluyong. Look at them swarming. The ball handler for Rizal switch fiber. But that results to a foul instead. With 14 fouls now already on Mandaluyong after that.
And that goes back to my point. In order to break that trap, you need to be able to give that forward pass. Dahil tatlo ang white shirts dito sa backcourt. So kung marirelease nila yan forward, that is going to be a 3 against 2 fast break.
Yes, I agree there, Coach Melo. Mandaluyong playing. Uy, nakita ng the chicken wing extending.
He was just trying to protect that basketball, pero yun nga, medyo napasobra at tumama doon sa kanyang defender.
Oo nga, medyo napasobra nga doon. Kitang-kita natin. Bigyan mo rin ito kay Flo Delago for a report. Flo, go ahead.
Kung 13 years old ka pa lang at 6'2 na ang iyong height, hindi ba't gaganahan ka ring maging matapang inside the court? Yan nga ang kwento ni Gab Castro ng Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith na nanguna sa puntos ng koponan in their last game against Malabon. It's actually very interesting na center siya pero masipag gumawa ng puntos and all thanks daw to his teammates para sa mga assists sa kanya. Balik sa inyo, Nico and Melo.
What do you think about the Coach Melo from what Flo said to us? Katabi lang rin natin eh. No?
That was a good report from Flo. Well, totoo yan. If you're 6'2 at this division, talaga namang you're walking on the court with pride.
Iba talaga. To be 6'2.
To be 6'2 and relatively quick for his size. So that's definitely an advantage para dito kay Gab Castro. But he cannot fall into the trap na in every division, he will have that advantage. So he needs to continue working on his skill set. Magpalakas siya ng katawan and observe that discipline that is needed to be an elite athlete. Kung magagawa niya yan, he's definitely one of the futures of Philippine basketball.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, to be a 6'2 at 14 years old, I'm envious of where he is in life. Considering that a lot of us kids want to have a career in basketball. Considering yan yung most popular sport sa Pilipinas.
And maganda rin dito kay Gab nga, at this age, meron na siyang dribble marunong na. So it's just a matter of polishing yung kanyang skill set and prepare him for the next level.
It's a bit weird that Gab Castro was hanging out in the perimeter during this defensive sequence a while ago. The first 2 shots, he was outside. Now he goes inside, finally getting the board. But that would have prevented the offensive rebounds if he was just inside earlier. Siguro naghahanap na rin siya for leak out ng pasero. Play resumes here, 19-point lead para sa Mandaluyong. They get fouled here. 14 foul now on Rizal after that. (31-12) with 4 minutes and 17 remaining. And here we go again with the rain. Rinig na rinig natin yung buong bugsok ng ulan. 3-pointer attempt there. No good. Here comes the switch fiber. Spin move, evading the defenders. There you go. Finally something going well for them.
Talking about skill set, itong si Nick Peña showing us that spin move and that smooth finish on that break. So it's nice to see the mga 14 and under kids already equipped with those kinds of moves. That's also the benefit din ng ating technology that we have right now at an early age. Nakikita mo na napapanood mo na.
Pwede mo na mapanood.
Yung mga idols mo. Not only that, marami ng instructional videos online. But yun nga, to these kids, you just have to consult din yung coaches or yung mga mentor mo kasi not everything you see online applicable in the games.
And you have to explain when to use it. Is it going to be beneficial during this type of scenario? So that's why coaches come. That's where they come in.
That is true. No, it's one thing to know how to do it and another to know when to do it dahil alam nga namang mag-dribble ka na 10 beses dyan. Diba? So
Diba?
it's not gonna give your team any advantage. It's gonna be useless. So for these kids, again, try to learn all the skill possible. And as you progress with your basketball careers, pag-aralan mo rin saan ba dapat gamitin yung mga natutunan mo.
Or else it might not help your team in the long run. Another steal for Rizal. Here they come. Runner is too strong and Gab Castro to clean up the mess.
What a luxury to have itong si Gab Castro. Hindi na makakuha ng offensive rebound itong mga taga-Rizal.
Wala na pag nakuha.
He's limiting them to just 1 shot per possession.
Ooh,
and look at that block.
Alam mo, nakatutok si Castro dun eh.
I hate to say this, but that is too unfair para dito sa Rizal.
Tumalon
Look
ba
at
siya?
that.
Parang di ako sigurado kung tumalon ba siya dun eh.
Tumingkayad lang.
Inangle niya lang yung sarili niya para hindi ma-foul eh.
So going back to the skills that you need to learn, if you're facing a taller guy in open court, you need to do yung tinatawag ngayon na veer step. You need to be able to cut off yung lane nung iyong defender and initiate that contact para at least hindi mo man ma-shoot. Lamang na matawagan ng foul.
And Gab Castro once more disrupting the inside shots of the switch fiber, a spin move. And a rare rebound. Usually, Mandaluyong gets an offensive board, but since Gab Castro is on the other hand, Switch was able to get the miss. Anyway, going back on the other hand, Mandaluyong, Patriarca, off to the left for that shot. We got a whistle on the floor.
And that will mean 2 free throws dahil nasa penalty na ang Mandaluyong.
Here the raid just pouring down here inside the Montano Hall. Buti lang, ganda-ganda ng venue. And that it's really, walang leakage or anything. Really built for any season, raining, summer, whatever it is. And dami ring aircon, no, Coach Melo? It's to combat the heat when needed. It's on the first for Peña. Peña already has 4 points and 6 rebounds. 0 for 2 at that trip. And Vicente getting that. That's not Vicente. That is number 25 para sa Mandaluyong. Valiente. There you go. Mark Valiente with the board a while ago.
And look at Ocampo fighting for that rebound. That's what you want to see if you're Rizal. Ano? Alam mo na, kumbaga, talo ka sa height eh. So you just have to compensate that with a lot of heart and effort.
Definitely, kailangan mo na lang talaga, laban lang talaga, just the effort to get that ball. And while Mandaluyong, you have to stop fouling unnecessarily. Just go down, you know that you have a safety blanket in Castro. There's no need to do those things.
Well, in fairness to Rizal, this is a better quarter for them, at least defensively. They limited itong Mandaluyong to just 8 points, but the lead that Mandaluyong was able to build in the first quarter just proves to be too much. Kaya nga, kahit na limit sila ngayon nitong Rizal, safe pa rin at komportable pa rin itong kanilang kalamangan.
Yes, komportable pa nga kalamangan. But they need to wake up a bit here. It's a low-scoring game right now. Only scoring 8 points is Mandaluyong against the 7 of Rizal. Finally, just like sakto yung entrance natin, they need to wake up finally. Eli with a left-T layup.
Eli showing us a basic move from the high post. One dribble going for that layup. That's also one thing na kailangan talaga baon itong ating mga big man.
Tawagan ng foul dito ang Mandaluyong after that scramble for the ball. I think nahulugan. That's foul on Valientes. First in this game.
As we see here, our crowd talagang engaged in the action that we're having. They're discussing yung huling action na nangyari. As they were waiting for that replay, nakita nila yung mga sarili nila dun sa screen.
Pati sila, uy, tayo na. That is number 5, Paulino. Gets his first point. 1 for 2 at the trip, makes his second free throw. They see here they're supporting the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith and enjoying their time. I mean, hindi ka naman mag-enjoy. 16-point lead yung team na sinusuportan mo. Pull up mid-range shot, short, rebounded by Paulino. Paulino, mas develop na yung katawan more than most of the kids that we see right now in the 14 under division. Turnover there on Rizal. Timeout on the floor for the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith. Something to tinker over before we resume.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong.
This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL presented by Atlantis 88. On your screens is Jacob Tendilla. Averages 5.6 rebounds, 3 assists a game. And they are looking to catch up to Mandaluyong. They are down by 16 right now. But if they can get consistent stops like that, they might be able to catch up. Sayang yung opportunity to ng Coach Melo. That could have been a forward pass already. But instead, it's Mandaluyong who takes advantage of the opportunities. A lot to think about.
Every time you're playing a pressing team, the small details really matter and they make a huge effect in the ball game. And as for the part of Rizal switch fiber, yun nga yung na-mention mo, the forward passes. That is one of the most, kumbaga, the simplest ways to break that trap. And if they're gonna be able to find that dito sa ating ball game, mag-iiba ang story at mag-iiba ng defensive scheme itong Mandaluyong. But as we take a look at this, Concepcion, very comfortable in open court, finishing with that right-hand layup.
Naka-turnover pa dito yung Rizal, which means that Mandaluyong will have 2 seconds to hoist up a shot. That's a lot of time. And they could push this lead to 22. If they do make their next shot before we head into the halftime break. Mandaluyong will have a timeout to discuss what their final play would be.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to, liga ng bayan na to.
Once more, we are back in the final 2 seconds of the second quarter. A last-minute shot for Mandaluyong, and they missed that. Almost went in. The final score here in the first half, 37 for Mandaluyong, 17 for the Rizal switch fiber. Take a look here at the Atlantis 88 move of the game, the spin move. Nagustuhan natin to, courtesy of Peña.
Well, this is the sweet move, ano? Mula dito kay Peña. Look at that spin. Look at that soft finish. What a thing to have if you're 14 years old.
Yes. 20-point lead for Junior Mandaluyong Microsmith.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod.
Amazing basketball experience here at Atlantis 88, Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL inaugural season, and what a fight between Rizal and Mandaluyong. Kaunting refresher lang para sa ating halftime interview. Kasama ko ang napakatalinong head coaches, Coach Mike Perey of Mandaluyong and Coach Tony Urbano ng Rizal. Unahin ko na po kayo, Coach Michael. Matatapang at matatalino po ang 14 under lineup ninyo. Based on your experience in Junior MPBL, meron po bang natuturo naman sa inyo ang players mo po?
Una po sa lahat is learning to believe in them. Siyempre yung emotions din ng mga bata, nagka-carry over sa akin. Yun lang yung gusto ko mangyari, sabi ko lang, just enjoy the game. And most especially, bonus na lang, yung maging young at heart ka rin pagkasama ko sila.
Maraming salamat for that, Coach. Baka meron po kayong gustong batiin or pasalamatan po.
Okay. I would like to thank Congressman JC Abalos, Kapitan Edwin Santamaria, Kapitan Bernard Maglaki, Kapitan Darwin Fernandez, 858 Gaming, Antonio, of Kuya Eric Deguito, and most especially yung mga coaches dito, and yung daughter ko, Blue Perey.
Maraming salamat, Coach Michael. Kayo naman po, Coach Tony. Tulad nga po ng sabi-sabi, marami tayong pwedeng matutunan sa mga bata. Meron po bang naturo ang 14 under lineup ng Rizal sa inyo?
Actually, lalong humaba yung pasensya ko. Kasi kailangan talaga kasi mga bata to. Hanggang ngayon, adjust pa rin kami. Pero hinahabaan ko lang yung pasensya para lahat na tinuturo ko makuha nila.
Thank you for that inspiring message, Coach. Any message or greetings for our viewers?
Pinapasalamatan ko yung team owner ng Rizal Switch Fiber, boss. Salamat sa support na binibigay mo sa mga bata. Sa mga parents, kahit masama yung panahon, nandito pa rin. Thank you very much. Sa Arellano community, sa mga coaches na kasama ko, Coach Manny, Coach Kiko, Coach Dan, Coach Tax, Coach Max, Coach June, Coach Jan, thank you sa wala ako sa ensayo. Binabati ko pa yung misis ko na nasa US. Mami, alam ko nanonood ka.
Maraming salamat for that, Coach Tony and Coach Mike. And learning goes both ways dito sa Junior MPBL. At para matutunan natin ang mga aksyon sa second half, we will be back after this short break.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na.
At kahit matatapos na ang ating game day, hindi kami papayag na walang mananalo ng brand new smartphone from Junior MPBL. Kaya't kung narinig po ninyo ako, kaway-kaway naman po. Thank you so much. And for our players for the half-court shooting challenge, narito sila Andre, JR, Ricky, Justin, Jed, and of course, Robert. So simulan na natin at tingnan natin kung sinong mananalo. Hingang malalim. Susunod na player po. Palagay ko ito na yung mananalo eh. Palagay ko lang pala. Nice shot. Munti ka na. Last 3 players. Huling 2 manlalaro para sa half-court shooting challenge. Last one. Medyo napalayo ang shot, but don't worry because in other games, magpapatuloy pa rin po ang half-court shooting challenge. And ito na po ang second half ng Rizal versus Mandaluyong.
Ligan ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Ligan ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyo.
Back from a quick halftime break here in a battle between the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith against the Rizal Switch Fiber. And take a look at some of the first half highlights that you see on your screens right now.
Yeah, so we've seen 3-pointers, we've seen drop passes in the paint. Ito yung mga power play from Gab Castro, that's on the side of Mandaluyong. And on the other end for Rizal Switch Fiber, we've seen glimpse of greatness din dito sa kanilang mga players. So it's just a matter of being consistent, especially in making their shots.
Now, you know, the score is 37-17. What can Mandaluyong continue to do? Well, for Rizal, what should they fix into the second half?
Really, for Mandaluyong, just need to keep that full court pressure that you're employing against this Rizal team to not allow them to get their rhythm. And if you're Rizal naman, it's about playing through that pressure. Being able to break that defense na binibigay sa inyo nitong Mandaluyong, and hopefully off of that, get easy baskets on the other end.
Yung mga keys to the game ni Coach Melo, while Mandaluyong right now at the line for free throws 6 and 7. Too strong of that first free throw. Medyo malakas yung ating sound effects.
Oh, with the kind of sound effects that we have here, ayaw mo talaga sumablay sa free throw.
Malalaman mo talaga pag sablay ka eh. Pero pag pumasok naman yung sa Mario. Pag nakaano ka ng mushroom, yung lalaki si Mario.
No, kudos to our spinners no dito sa ating venue.
Yung pala yung tamang term, our spinners. A 3-point attempt. There is good. That is by number 23, Nick Peña.
Well, as for Nick Peña, they need more of that from him. Ito yung pinag-usapan natin, yung field goal shooting. Both of our teams having at least 35 attempts for Mandaluyong, 32 naman para dito sa Rizal. It's just a matter of converting itong Mandaluyong. 16 out of 35, but Rizal only converting 4 of those 32 attempts.
Something to monitor here, 42-20. Dahil pa namang oras para sa Rizal Switch Fiber, but with Mandaluyong on point with every trip that they do, it's gonna be hard to catch up. Nabitawan dun yung bola, but Gab Castro was there. Once more by Uy. Uy, that is Lloyd Eli. Gab Castro gets the steal. Those long limbs put into work. A power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness part of the Junior MPBL.
And Gab Castro playing that passing lane very well. Couple of dribbles, skying high for that layup. At ang maganda dito, pinakita niya sa atin yung kanyang agility. And he's gonna be able to develop that more also with his strength and explosiveness kung dadalasan niya ang pagbisita dito sa Pound for Pound Fitness.
Oh, sakto-sakto. It also helps that you're 6'2". 3-point play is good. And what you gotta love about Castro is he also has a shooting touch. Almost a steal by Mandaluyong once again. Grabe itong third quarter run for Mandaluyong. Now outscoring them 10-3 in a matter of 2 minutes. Drive there, finally by number 5. That is Kurt Paulino.
Well, that is a better press break para dito sa Rizal Switch Fiber. Not really dribbling too much, finding that open guy, and nabuta sila doon yung depensa itong Mandaluyong.
Ipit doon si Castro. Good thing he had the presence of mind to kick it out. And a 3-second violation on Gab Castro. He immediately recognized it. Seven minutes and 30 with the Switch Fiber staring at a 25-point deficit. Paulino was right there to give his team another chance. They're trying to attack from the 3-point line. Hits back rim, and it goes back to the red shirts.
Well, twice already in this ball game, back-to-back. Magandang press break ang pinakita nitong Rizal Switch Fiber, and if they're gonna be able to continue to do that, good things will happen for them.
Rebounded here by Mandaluyong, getting the stops. Concepcion, too strong of a runner on the left side. Recovered by Rizal. Double teamed from the baseline. A nice recognition to Paulino. Ano bang tawag doon? Was it a foul? Foul on the floor?
There's gonna be a foul, pero that was before the attempt. So it's just going to be a baseline inbound para dito sa Rizal.
So we got a baseline inbound to expect here. And the time will continue to run since hindi naman to coach. Hindi naman siya free throw attempt. Well, it's not a shot attempt. Tamaan dito ang dalawang magkakampi. Uy! Grabe lang yung pectus dun. And that is by Almonicar, already having 8 points. Peña. Push shot is good.
That's Peña, one of the bright spots para dito sa Rizal Switch Fiber. He already has 11 points and 7 rebounds.
Timeout on the floor by the Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na subok. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Yeah, ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL.
Alright, for Atlantis 88, Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL. Mandaluyong in a comfortable 23-point lead over the Rizal Switch Fiber, who are trying to fight but just unable to get the much-needed baskets here. Except for that point, they were able to make that one.
That's what you need to do if you're Rizal. Now make those stops and get this easy baskets on the other end.
And once again, they're getting the stops.
Oh,
Sorry, you missed there. Rebounded by Batan.
sayang yun, ano?
And si Batan has 8.6 rebounds and 4 assists. Ganda ng pasahan nila. Look at that, coach. With Gab Castro providing to be the safety net.
Although they failed to convert that time, takbo na naman muli itong mga nakapula.
Takbuhan na naman. That's the name of the game.
But Gab Castro, after missing a shot on the other end, siya rin ang naging dahilan kung ba't nahirapan tumira itong mga taga Rizal. But
And
that's a Dustin Bathan scoring with that layup.
And Dustin Batan playing near his averages already. 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Let's give this first to Flo Del Agua. So she has something to say to us.
Hindi nakakapagtaka na solido ang lineup ng Team Mandaluyong dahil fun fact for our panel, our viewers, isa ang Team Mandaluyong sa mga pinakaunang nagpa-tryout for Junior MPBL. Kaya para kay Head Coach Michael Perey, na-scout niya ang best of the best. Tulad na lamang ni Kyle Concepcion, the son of Brian Concepcion, isang kilalang manlalaro sa Mandaluyong. Team Rizal on the other hand admits that they have work to do dahil ang secret key players raw na sina Ferriol at Paulino ay waiting to be activated lamang, gawa ng ka-integrate lang sa kanila sa sistema. Update sa inyong banda, Nico and Melo.
Thank you for that, Flo. And actually, dito na si Paulino at Ferrios, but I think it's a matter of getting used to the system, right? It's not that easy compared to, unlike what most people think, it's gonna be parang plug and play lang ang players. Pero hindi ganun ang konsepto ng basketball.
Oh, there are a lot of things to cover if you're a head coach. And it's definitely not an overnight thing to do. It takes a lot of process. And for the part naman of Mandaluyong, well, they had the luxury of having a longer preparation perhaps. So, yun nga, nagmamanifest yan dito sa kanilang production in our games. And it goes to show na ganun ka-importante talaga because again, basketball is a team game and if you have 5 guys working together, tatalunin mo even the most talented individuals.
Yeah, it's all about chemistry, di ba, Coach? That's why upsets happen. Like on paper, you can be good, yes, but if the chemistry isn't on point, edi balewala. You're not moving as a unit, you're just 5 individuals trying to make something happen.
Well, the problem with chemistry, both in the basketball court and in the classroom, parehong mahirap yan. It's been a challenge for me during my days. Kaya naman talaga, it takes a lot of time and a lot of bad games for you to improve.
Hindi ko ina-expect yung hirit mo na yun. Na-caught off guard ako dun sa joke na yun. To be fair, I really hated chemistry as well. But pagdating chemistry sa basketball court, now that's something that I am very open up. I'll open up to.
Well, na nakikita natin dito, look at that passing mula dito sa Mandaluyong. Ang tawag nandiyan, nagkakaamuyan talaga sila.
Kahit nakapikit pa yan, I think they know where the placement of each players are.
So, familiarity with the strength of your teammates, very important yan.
And you just know Coach Michael Pere knows what he's doing. Let's get our tryouts done para makapractice tayo. Let's find our team. Unahan natin itong mga to. Gusto natin mag-champion.
Iba na talaga yung nakakauna.
Early bird gets the worm, di ba, Coach Melo?
And in this case, the early bird got the best players.
The early bird gets Gab Castro.
Well,
ayun na, Gab Castro once more. 13 points and 13 rebounds. Kinausap nga ni Flo yan kanina eh. Nakakatawa yung conversation na. Katabi ko silang dalawa eh. Sabi niya, ilang taong ka na? 14? 13 po.
Well, at 13 years old, standing tall and proud at 6'2", and with his athleticism, I'm sure there are a lot of early birds already trying to lure itong si Gab Castro.
Yeah, if not kung meron na ba o hindi, di ba? Yan yung...
I won't be surprised kung meron na.
At 13, meron ka pang isang taon para maglaro dito sa division na to. Qualified ka pa next year.
But he's already good to play for the 16 and under.
Pwede. Pwede mo na gawin yun eh. Di ba yun yung sinasabi nga natin na you can try integrating the boys. So far kasi right now, I think maybe playing time yung pinaprioritize na everybody gets a fair chance. Hindi niya masasapaw yung ibang players. But, you know, as the league gets more competitive, as we get more sponsors and everything.
So that is true. For this age division, talagang if you're a coach, it's a choice between, of course, you always want to win. But it's also about giving these kids an opportunity.
Exactly.
We have to understand, yung teams in the next level, I'm talking about the school teams, you just have to be honest, limited slots ang
Limited
nandun
talaga, yeah.
And they cater to the older guys. So for most of these players, this could be the highlight of their basketball career. So as a coach nga, gusto mo silang bigyan ng kumbaga something worthwhile.
At dito mo hahanapin yung kumpiyansa mo, dito mo makikita yung mga players na, ay, magaling pala to. Ay, kaya niya pala to gawin. So it's a fine line of the playing time and choosing to win and the development of the kids in the long run.
That's where the balance and the kumbaga, creativity ng mga coaches natin dyan lalabas.
Yes, exactly. But I won't be surprised, Coach, when by the next year, maghahalo-halo na yan. Diba? Inaugural season lang kasi.
Definitely. Tsaka lahat ng teams dito, magpapalakas na talaga. Because they have longer time to prepare and it means more time to scout players.
Great cut there, pero parang he jumped into the defense. That's why he got blocked. Could have pulled back and tried to attempt a fadeaway jump shot, diba? Go to the left side because there's not much defenders there. But here comes Mandaluyong, still with an onslaught with their offense. Dito, 18-12 outscoring Rizal. And if you have some sorry misses, it's gonna really be hard to catch up here with the lead as big as the score of the Switch Fiber.
Well, this is a point for the Rizal Switch Fibers where you don't mind the score. You just execute what is being told by your coaches and try to get that confidence nga moving forward na babaunin mo. Because if you look at the score right now, that's undue pressure on your part. You just have to play this one possession at a time, compete on both ends of the floor.
Mid-range jump shot, rebounded by Eli, napalakas lang. May konting gigil eh, kasi yun at siguro yung best chance to score after a long while. Arada with a sidestep mid-range jump shot. Si Arada, you can see the activity, right? The effort. Ooh! Medyo hard collision yun. Up. Tutulungan niya naman. And this is called for an unsportsmanlike foul. Not sure kung...
Well, that definitely merits unsportsmanlike foul. He wasn't going.
In-undercut niya.
He wasn't going for the basketball, but
Trying
these
to
are
block.
14-year-old kids. Definitely, I saw it with my own eyes.
Na mangyayari.
There was really no intention to hurt. Talagang gusto lang niyang pigilan yung fast break attempt na yun.
So spatial awareness lang talaga, Coach Melo. And 55-29. That could have gone worse. Buti lang flexible pa itong mga bata na to. You know? The bones are like Wolverine. It heals really fast. Or pagdating... I'm not sure kung kasama ko na, but there was like a replay na para na-sprain yung ankle. It's clear. Nag-bend yung paa, but parang wala.
Well, that's the beauty of being young.
Parang ikaw, Coach, no? 20 ka pa lang, di ba?
19.
19? Ay, sorry. Nainsulto pa kita doon sa 20.
Naintindihan mo na yan.
Ay. Anyway, we got 10.7 seconds here in the third quarter. Batan fakes it, finds an open teammate. All day to shoot, hits back rim with Batan. Rebound number 8. Is that good if it counts? It wasn't good even if it went in, but still, Mandaluyong happy with the state of their team right now. Let's take a look at that Lattice 88 move of the game.
That was Batan with this semi-sidestep move, hugging that basketball, protecting it from his defenders. What a crafty finish.
And that's the end of the third quarter, 57-29. Kita-kita tayo sa fourth quarter.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to, liga ng bayan.
Alright, we resume play here in the fourth quarter between Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith against the Rizal Switch Fiber, who are down by 28. With Gab Castro and crew still there, it's gonna be a tough mountain to climb. Coach, what happened in the third quarter on how this lead just ballooned?
Well, it's been the story the whole game. It was Gab Castro and the rest of the Mandaluyong guys just showing mastery over Rizal Switch. Just playing their usual game, no? Yung kanilang running game, yung kanilang pounding that ball in the paint. And it is evident with the numbers that we have here. 36 points in the paint and 19 points from turnovers. So
I would assume nga mas marami pang second chance opportunity ang Mandaluyong with Gab Castro being there.
Para naman dito sa side of Rizal Switch Fiber, 51 attempts, not bad for them. It's just that yun nga, yung kanilang ability to finish those shots, and that's something that they will develop eventually. They just have to keep on working on their craft. And wag mawawala, yung pinaka-importante, yung kanilang kumpiyansa at passion for the game, because every great player dumaan talaga sa struggle.
Yun na nga talaga. And a three-pointer by Rizal hits the back rim and it's no good. Coach, 8 for 51. Field goal percentage ng Rizal. It's only good for 15%. I mean, medyo malas lang rin sila, but gotta give credit to the defense of Mandaluyong, only with 16 fouls.
Makikita mo rin talaga, no? Yung, at an early age itong Mandaluyong, andun na yung disiplina nila. Definitely, obviously, they are the more cohesive team. And yan na nga, naging advantage sila dito sa simula ng ating tournament. That's the reason why they already have that 2-1 record gunning for their third win. Para naman sa Rizal, this is not yet a lost case for them. This is a long tournament we have here, and hindi pa huli ang lahat for them to address the concerns that they have with their team. And one of them nga, kanina pa natin minimension, the press break. And second, there's no other way to make your baskets but to keep shooting quality shots in practice.
Yes, quality shots in practice, making the most out of your practices and checking out what happened in the previous games, right? You can only get better from here. And you'll never know sinong pwedeng bagong isama sa lineup. Considering that we have seen quite a few guys who have excelled. Remember Godoy from the previous division? First game niya kanina, but he is playing like a superstar. Already used to the physicality of the junior MPBL. Diin talaga yung pag nakakamiss yung free throw. Sobrang diin eh, no? Parang ayaw mo na talaga makamiss ng free throw pagkatapos mo marinig yun eh. Alright, 58-31.
Well, kung kinakabahan ka at ayaw mong makita yung free throw, pipikit ka na lang. At maririnig mo anong resulta.
Mas malala nga yun eh, mas maririnig mo eh. Battle for the board, rebounded. Nice feed. Uy! It's a good block by Eli. Those play at the ball. Almonicar. The Pinoy step! Sabi na eh, gagawin niya yun eh. It's always them guards, those pesky guards. Peña. There you go, using his body well and leaning onto the right to avoid getting blocked.
That's a strong drive mula dito kay Peña, and it's not an easy thing to do. That was in front of Gab Castro.
Again, another steal for Rizal. They already have a 9. Once more. That's how they've been converting it. Napapansin ko in the game at least. Almonicar with a spin move to the left side. Eli, drive. It's a bit too strong. And Eli has been missing quite a few gimmies. But Almonicar right there. Eli with, although he already has a double-double, di na natin namalayan.
Oh, no, it's a silent 11 points, 10 rebounds performance. Mula dito kay Eli. Yan ang gusto ng mga coaches, yung mga efficient players.
6 minutes and 15. 60-35. Short on that three-pointer on the left corner. Here they come. The spin move by Mabayad. Batan, he is still in this game, ladies and gentlemen. That almost went in. Kung pwede ka mamigay ng 1.5 points, pwede mo nabigay sa ano yun. Nandun na eh. Batan with the board, and that is rebound number 14. Hirap talaga pag ganito yung mga players mo. And actually gusto ko rin pag-shift ng music natin, coach. Naging rock concert.
So 3 players already for Mandaluyong Junior Micro Smith having double-double performances. So that's just the luxury of this team. A lot of them can really explode at any given time. So it sends a huge message, a strong message to all the teams out there that they're really a team to beat. To beat dito sa ating 14 and under division.
Kakatakot kalaban itong Mandaluyong. 60-35, 25-point lead. And looking like they can always get to the spots that they want. $60-35, 5 minutes and 35 remaining. Not sure what we're trying to clarify. Are there any substitutions?
The way they're signaling, parang they're looking for a shooter from Mandaluyong. So, was that a technical foul?
Oh, parang technical foul eh. 1 free throw daw eh. Tingnan natin Ayun, first free throw is good. You already know from the sound effects. $61-35. Substitution coming in now for Mandaluyong. Slowly, their starters getting replaced. Since they're in a comfortable spot, why not give the other guys some playing time, right? Batando continues to kill the momentum that Rizal Switch Fiber have.
Itong si Batano is not yet over. Safe to say, this is already a comfortable lead for them, pero talagang competitor kasi itong si Batan Gusto pa rin niya talaga to really battle it out on the court, and that goes to show then the respect that he has for the game and for the opponents. You
Yeah.
always give your 100%.
Of course you do, and it's disrespectful if you try to be sorry for your opponents, right? Foul on number 1. I think that is on Lloyd Calvin Ellie. The quietest 12 points, 10 rebounds. Does his role here to see Ellie. Makes the first shot. That is Peña. Already has a double-double. 15 points and 11 rebounds after that first shot going in. Peña hits the back rim. Can they get the offensive board? They won't, but here comes Mandaluyong. They're running. Good recognition. Mid-range shot just as short. You see there, they're fighting for the offensive board. Nakuha ni ano yan, ni Concepcion. Was it Concepcion? Anyway, play resumes. Mandaluyong going back down to stop this fast break run by the switch fiber.
Ang ganda ng ball stop na pinapakita nitong Mandaluyong. Not allowing Rizal switch to advance that basketball. Tapos, nakaka-recover yung kanilang ibang defenders. Kaya naman every time itong Rizal is going for that fast break, meron na agad 4 na white shirts sa harap nila.
Kita mo dun si Ibanez. I think losing control. Goes 64 to 36. A kick to the left side, the runner. And there you go. Ganda talaga. Yung percentage rin ng Mandaluyong with their shots. Really efficient. Ibanez. Parang ano yun ah. Medyo nag-alanganin dun ah. 3 minutes and 35. Valiente. About to inbound the ball. Mahirap ba to choose a player of the game, coach, for this one? Nahirapan.
A lot of good performances on the side of Mandaluyong. But obviously, someone always stand out.
Ibanez taking his time, directing the plays here for the switch fiber. No good on the shot attempt. Balik daw sa switch fiber yung bola after that collision for the ball. And grabe rin dito yung kay Sina Batano, one of the guards at point guard yung official niya dito. Yung official position niya, but 14 rebounds with 7 on the offensive end. Grabe. Yeah, mamaya, share natin yung stats na yan. We already have chosen our player of the game and you guys will be surprised with his stats as well. Not talking about a specific player, pero makikita nyo yan. Sabay-sabay, mamaya. 30-point lead with 2 minutes and 50 remaining. Tapik yung bola. You can see the intensity of Mandaluyong. They are not letting up. Diba, Coach Melo?
Well, if you're trying to build that winning culture, no matter what's in the scoreboard, you really have to compete every possession. Yan naman yung magandang attitude din na tinuturo ng coaching staff of Mandaluyong. Kasi madadala mo yan
Madadala mo nga talaga, tama. It's a matter of how you build from your losses and hopefully it leads to a victory one day.
Dito naman sa Rizal, no? Yan din, yung mga ganyang good plays, good inbound plays, yung mga magagandang execution, that's also part of the building blocks and part ng mga small wins na kailangan nila ngayon in trying to build that bigger picture.
Hindi mo yung wala pumasok. Hinihintay ko na yung sa Mario, yan. At I'm sure naririnig ng mga viewers yan sa ating headset, no? Kasi ang lakas na rinig mo sa buong arena Great stop there by Switch Fiber. Look at that, over 2 defenders from Mandaluyong. Getting a steal and a lefty layup.
That is great defense na pinakita nitong Rizal Switch Fiber. So at least, still trying to compete. Gusto nilang ma-fine-tune yung kanila namang full court pressure dahil darating ang panahon kapag sanay na sila, sila naman ang magpapahirap sa kanilang mga opponents.
Oo. Matagal pa naman tong season na to. You'll never know how these kids will develop. A mid-range jump shot by Pulanay and 2 free throws on the line para kay Paulino who's been active. (68-41).
7, that's 8 points, 7 rebounds para dito kay Paulino. And he has a chance to improve those numbers via this free throw line.
Paulino will have 2 more free throws. Paulino, nakailan na rin ba siya? I think majority of his points in the free throw line. Paulino is, yes, he is currently 4 for 5. Big at 5 for 6. Majority earning it from the free throw line. So those are some of the silver linings that you gotta give credit to the Rizal Switch Fiber when everything was going wrong for them. Last 2 minutes, 68-43. Mandaluyong on the way to win number 3. They have won their last 2 games and looking like it's gonna be in similar fashion. But if you're Mandaluyong, getting a key steal, don't let up and learn from the mistakes here in order to fine-tune your game. There are a lot of strong teams in the junior MPBL and you can never learn a lot. You always need to learn every game.
Well, that's the key to being an elite player, and always be a sponge. Because the moment you think that you know everything, and that's the start of your downfall.
The drive by Mandaluyong, look at that. Snaking his way through the wall. Tingnan pala kasi yung pasa doon. You got 1 minute and 10 remaining. Guys, 70-43, 27-point cushion. Dominguez here. Trying to create space. The pass to Eli. Actually, that's not Eli. That is number 23, Valenzuela. Actually, he's placed the same as Eli a while ago. Yung back to the basket. Tapos may spin moves and all. (70-43), 51.7 remaining here. And what do you think was the keys here for Mandaluyong on why they were able to get this humongous lead, Coach?
Well, for Mandaluyong, sabi nga natin, just focus on the things that has been working for you, and they did just that. They started strong in this ball game. Nanalo na naman sila once again in that rebounding battle. It is 62-46, and also they were able to share that basketball in this ball game, 14-6, and most importantly, shooting well from the field, 28 made attempts compared only to the 13 of Rizal. So that has been the story. Itong Rizal, in fairness to them, they only threw the ball over 21 times. That's better from their previous output. So yan yung tinatawag, small wins for Rizal. And eventually, ang small wins na yan, kapag nagtuloy-tuloy yung kanilang improvement, will translate to the wins naman dito sa ating standings.
They already won 1, diba? They're 1-3. And they can always come back to that game where they won and try to see what did we do well here. We can go back to our roots and hopefully change things in the coming days and games. 31 seconds here. A lefty shot from downtown. Actually, lang tres ba dito ang Mandaluyong? 5 for 13. And once more, but grabe rin eh. I mean, Mandaluyong, bababa lang yung shooting percentage nila. But if you're holding down a different team for just 19%, kahit anong percentage mo, as long as you shoot better than that, you'll be fine.
Well, I'm sure both of these teams, they're gonna watch this game again, especially these kids. And we're gonna leave them with just one piece of advice. And itong, kumbaga, this ball game and basketball in general, you're only as good as your last game.
Yes, it doesn't
so for
matter.
Mandaluyong, you got another big win, but it wouldn't mean anything kung magsa-stop yung inyong progress. And for Rizal naman, just because you're losing big doesn't mean you cannot improve. It's just a matter of playing through it, playing through adversity, trying to find a way on how to improve as an individual and eventually magiging group effort yan, the team will improve as well eventually.
If we're gonna choose skills to improve upon dito sa Rizal, pag for the guards, anong kailangan muna kanilang matuto? Now that, well, it's a final score, 72-44. Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith never in trouble. They were always in this possession. In this position, they were up 9-0 to start this game. It's Atlantis 8-8 move of the game. One of the few highlights para sa kanilang koponan with Peña showing us what he learned.
That's a stretch layup from Peña, and the reason why that's the move of the game is because ginawa niya yan in front of Gab Castro.
Well, para sa Mandaluyong naman, they were able to overwhelm their opponents from every facet of the game. 64-48 rebounds, 14 assists, 5 blocks, 16 steals, and everything was just connecting for them, right? Like, they just didn't rely on their offense. They know that our defense can bring us to even greater heights.
Well, in any level of basketball, you just have to really focus on playing good defense because that's what separates the elite teams from the mediocre.
Let's now turn this over to Flo de la Agua to interview the Atlantis 88 player of the game.
Pangmalakasan ang nilaron ng Mandaluyong Junior Microsmith. Ang pinakamatatag sa lahat ay si Dustin Batha ng ating Atlantis 88, player of the game with 15 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, at may karagdagan pa yung 8 steals at 1 block. Grabe ang iyong stats. Congratulations, Dustin. Matanong ko lang, how do you reward yourself after winning? Anong ginagawa mo?
Kumain ng masarap na pagkain at matulog na maaga.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan sa ating viewers?
Nagpapasalamat po ako sa mga sponsors namin dito sa nagpa-jersey sa amin. My family, my friends, saka sa mga nanonood sa amin. Salamat po.
Congratulations again, Dustin. At dyan nagtatapos ang mainit na laban ngayong araw. Ito naman ang aking teammates in the panel, Nico and Melo, to conclude our game day.
Well, there you go. That's to interview the best player of the game. Grabe rin naman, no? Kasi 8 steals.
Almost a triple-double performance. Sabi nga natin, pinahirapan ako. A lot of guys could be the best player of the game, pero yung depensang ipinakita, that has been the key factor kung bakit siya, itong si Batan, is the Atlantis 88 best player of the game.
He proved to us that not only is he a reliable option on offense, he's also there for defense. That ends our live coverage of the Atlantis 88 for Manny Pacquiao's MPBL for today. On behalf of Coach Melo Navarro and Flo Del Agua, this is Nico Rocha. This is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Good evening.